voice walkings too. So I was looking at the situation with Charlemagne Devil, Tomi Lauren, even Trevor Noah, and Boyce did his little response to it too. But this is an interesting situation because I understood what Charlemagne meant. He did not articulate it well, and he gave himself donkey day for doing that, or a lack of doing that, which is whatever. But I'm reading all articles and whatnot about Trevor Noah going out on a date with her and Charlemagne being seen with her. I seen how Hot 97, Rosenberg, the annoying ass white liberal dude, and then Ebro, the annoying ass half white dude who's not, I'm not gonna call him the liberal because he seems more like an independent, whatever, but trying to grill, like these two majority white folks spaces trying to tell Charlemagne he's doing too much to capitulate to white people or to be accepted, which is like, I don't even get how that works. Like, so you're saying he's trying to come into your space, like he's trying to be a part of y'all white Jewishness or whatever? I don't get that. And I noticed that Hot 97 stay taking shots at the Breakfast Club. Rosenberg stayed commenting on what they do on their show. I never really hear Breakfast Club talk about Hot 97. I just all the way around. And I don't get that at all. But even if Charlemagne was trying to broaden his platform or become bigger, that's what he's supposed to do. Like, he's not supposed to stay a bum at the bottom or whatever. Like, I don't get that argument at all. Like, to me, it came off, even if you look at the comments of the video, it just come off, I'm talking about on Hot 97 video, where they gave Charlemagne, you played yourself. It just looked like they were just hating for no reason. Like, that's just what it looked like. You can't really, it's bad for the culture, whatever. Rosenberg, the white Jewish guy, you interviewing her is bad for the, like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, you ain't a part of the culture. I mean, you're a DJ on the radio and whatnot. You work in the culture, but like, I don't get that. But he even came at Trevor Noah too. They came at Trevor Noah for doing the interview, and Trevor Noah was just like, "Yo, we had a conversation. It was cool. It was chill. We talked, whatnot. It is what it is." But he saw how his own followers or his own space of people were calling her out of her name and those other nonsense, and he's like, well, pretty much pointing out, like, well, if we did that, if she did that to us or my followers, if I went to her space and her followers did that, I would expect them to call him out or tell him to chill out or whatever. So there's like, he didn't do anything wrong in that sense. They went out to because he understands when you go to debate a liberal, especially in their spaces, the shit is gonna be biased. It's like, look at all the Young Turks debates with anybody. It's like their whole crowd is there, and it's just you don't debate people like that on their terms in their spaces. You go to a neutral, and you have a neutral moderator. But it wasn't that type of a debate though. But he was pointing out in his interview, because he did the Breakfast Club, and he said like, yo, they were just like, if we're gonna play this kumbaya liberal thing, progressive nonsense, then we're not going to be sexist, we're not going to be misogynist or whatever, we're not going to be racist, whatever. So then it goes both ways. So that was his argument. I personally think he should focus on talking about what's going on in South Africa instead of interjecting the black stuff in America, but that's just me. And I don't agree with Charlemagne or Trevor Noah, progressive liberal views and their fake outrage and all that stuff. People, especially two people who are, like, Trevor Noah is real controversial, got in a lot of trouble for his jokes. Charlemagne makes a living talking shit, just like Tomi Lauren. They're shock jocks. Their presence is because they say inflammatory things and it goes viral. Whatnot. Charlemagne is just like that. He's under the umbrella of whatever that dude name is, Wendy Williams. That's where he comes from. So, like, she put him on. That's where he got his stick from. So, I just don't buy all that nonsense about him trying to do whatever. Like, they're all in the same field. It benefits them all, ratings-wise, whatever, to do it on a business side of it. And then there's the whole argument of well, you shouldn't give people a platform and yada yada yada. She don't need neither one of their platforms, right? She gets 60 million views for the 2 minute less um, video on Facebook. They get shared, and then it was funny too because Charlemagne, he kind of messed up because on one hand he tried to shit on the Blaze, saying like the Blaze is nobody watches that, it's a paid subscription, blah blah blah. But he points out that she gets 2 million views on her clicks just from that. You think people not going back, sign up to see the whole what was all said? Like, come on. But then he misspoke incorrectly, didn't say it right. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Again, he gave himself donkey a day for doing that. About how he said he wished that black women or woke black woman or Latina. I don't understand why we be including other people. That's just stupid. Stop doing that. But he said that, and then it was taken wrong, even though everybody knew what the hell he meant when he said that. No, all of other people you shared and said are doing what he's doing are not doing Tommy's numbers, period. No matter how you look at it, they're not getting 60 million views on a 2 minute clip per video. Like, and I understood what he was saying. I don't agree with what he's saying because I don't think we need no more liberal people, because all the people that flooded his timeline and got to him on Twitter, Francesca Lay, I think her name is, and the light-skinned leftist Lisa Rye, and you know, all these other people. I know Jamila and you got in there too. And they all came at that man head because of what he said. But none of their platforms are as big as Tommy's. None of them get the views that she get. And I got what he was saying was there should be a network just like the Blaze that progressive or liberal women have, and they should counter her arguments like on a grander scale. So it's like he kind of try to shit on the Blaze, which I think black people should be taking notes, and they should look at having an alternative internet media site with a paid subscription sources where you can get, you know, my point of view would be, you know, an independent voice, not liberal. We got enough of those. All those people we mentioned above before, they all progressive and liberal, and they all worried about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with black folks. They pushing gay agendas and dudes pissing in girls' bathrooms, and you know, they care about illegal immigration. Like, that's just hilarious. If you watch the Roland Martin segment with Bob Johnson, which I'm going to talk about in a different video, where, you know, Bob Johnson's laying out, okay, this is the platform, this is what we want. We tell them what we want, this is what we're going to get. And then this chick was like, no, we got to fight and make sure that immigrant, like, so you're going to sabotage everything that has been worked for and negotiated and communicated and agreed upon over some illegal immigrants being here when that don't even benefit black people in the first place? Like, that's a different video though. But, so, I disagree with Charlemagne in that instance that, no, we don't need any more liberal black spaces because that's all we got. You know, Joy Reid, Melissa Harris Perry, you name it. Any of these, as Tariq called them, shea butter feminist chicks, all the chicks that write for The Root, The Grill, Black Voices, you know, Madame Noir, Ebony, Essence, them all liberal, progressive black women spaces. So, yes, they exist, but they're not on Tommy's level. They don't get the feedback that Tommy gets. So I got what he was saying. He just didn't say it right. He should have said it better, even though I understood what he was saying. And that's one thing, too. You're not going to get... That's why I say I'd rather have an independent voice, because you're not going to have like a person like Yvette Cornell right now who's, you know, taking flack right now on her Facebook page, because I was reading she's losing friends over her immigration stance and how she's pointing out how that don't benefit black folks. So it's like, you're not going to get that from an Angela Rye. You're not going to get that from a Jamila Lemieux. You're not going to get that from a Joy Reid at MSNBC. They're not going to talk about things that are 100% about black folks and black people. That's why I say I'd rather have an independent voice rather than any particular party cosign. But that was it. As far as the whole situation, I think it this idea that you shut people out and you don't interview certain people because they have different point of views, like, that's lame as shit to me. That's weak as me. I noticed that what a lot of sisters doing this on social media, is they'll say some shit that's debatable, that's not factual, that's based on feelings, whatever, and they'll end the sentence with boom, or they'll say, "Don't debate me," and like, well, I'm blocking anybody or deleting anybody who challenges me. Like, that's not how this works. Like, and it seems like we as a people have come to that, and I don't think that benefits anybody. To me, when I saw Tommy go at what situation happened with Beyonce, I'm not a fan of Beyonce, and I don't co-sign her. There was a lot of things you could have picked apart and dealt with her Super Bowl point, but it's like I didn't see anything worth challenging Tommy on because she didn't say nothing. Same thing with the dude from Grey's Anatomy, his speech at the Oscars or whatnot. I didn't agree with a lot of things he said or whatever, but I didn't see anything she said that was worth challenging her on. Same thing with Kaepernick. Like, that shit was really foul when she, it was like, why did you mention the race of his father? Like, that was foul. But again, she didn't say anything worth, to me, it's just, I took it as another type and culture wannabe. Steve, what is his name? The other one that does the radio, I forgot his name, but that's what I took it as. Like, not something that I take serious. Now, some people do take it serious, whatever, it is what it is, but to me, it wasn't worth. Everything doesn't need to be addressed. Like, everything doesn't have to be gone at or addressed. You could, on your own platform, say you disagree and refute her, and that's cool. Or you can go on her place and debate her and whatnot. But I don't know. I think black folks is being in their feelings way too much, and they made a big deal about the situation, which it shouldn't be. Whether it was Charlemagne or I know Trevor Noah is not, but Charlemagne's trying to, as Ebro and Hot 97 said, he's trying to too much to be cool with white people and this and that. And I'm like, I don't know about all that. And then to see how Charlemagne got attacked by all these black feminists and whatnot on social media, and I'm like, it's funny how this is a black dude who's on your team, like he's one of your allies. You can listen to the show and hear him interviewing all these feminists and all these liberals, and he's wearing the nose hate, so he's already capitulated to the gay shit. Got the big rainbow flag behind him, behind his alcohol and his straw and all that. He's on your team, right? He cooned hard as shit, which bothers me more than anything is what they did for Hillary, what Hot 97 did, and what the Breakfast Club did. Like, it was just hard to listen to them when they had Umar Johnson, they had Tariq, they had Boyce 3 times, they had even Michael Eric Dyson break stuff down, and yet they still went hard and was caught up in the rhetoric of Donald Trump said this, but we pushing for Hillary, and they didn't address her real issues. They didn't ask her tough questions. Fucking DJ Envy asked Hillary, "Do you like to dance?" Like, we don't do that. I thought that was more disappointing during the election, hearing all that nonsense. Even when Ava DuVernay, give her a shout out. That's one thing I give her respect for. The director of 13 and Queen Sugar and whatnot. Soma. She, Ebro was pressing her on Hot 97 about who you voting for and whatnot. And, they wanted her to say Hillary. And I respect the fact she didn't give a candidate. And that's one thing I didn't like about Nate Parker when he did the interview on Hot 97. He endorsed her. And I'm like, well, that was dumb. You should be on some independent stuff when you're in that position like that, especially these actors and entertainers and whatnot. I didn't like that at all. I thought that was, they talking about Charlemagne Coonan or whatever for interviewing her. I feel the same way about how y'all treated Hillary and how y'all did the interviews with her, and how y'all try to push or press black folks on Hillary. Lamar Hunt Hill, he came on both shows and was like, nah. So I'm saying, between all these black people who lean left in their ideologies, and they kept it real and said, nah, Obama didn't do shit, or he's not about that, or, Hillary did this and she's not about that. And y'all still cape for her hard as shit. That was bothering me. It's like, y'all, all these uninformed folks. The funniest shit was on Brilliant Idiots, the white dude said to Charlemagne, "You interviewed her twice and you don't know her policies. That's why she lost." That summed up the whole situation right there. He's up there crying about Trump this and Trump that, and it's sexism, sounding like he just took a feminist 101 class or whatnot, and they didn't vote for her because she's a woman, and all that other stupid stuff. And it's like, bruh, you interviewed her twice and you don't even know her policies. That bothered me a lot. And I wish black folks remember that than the fact that he debated Tomi Lauren. Like, that to me is like, that's insignificant. They're both shock jocks. It'll benefit both of their careers on both sides of the aisle. That's just some personal gain stuff. I don't think, and then they get to have a dialogue, or he gets to do what everybody else does when two people debate and one will say like, oh, someone so owned this person, when it really was stupid. Nobody owned anything, and they got off topic, and they both brought up things that didn't matter because the folks don't know how to debate anymore. But I don't know. Part of it also, on a different note, is I think that when it comes to sisters, just like the Kanye situation in the casting call, I think that a lot of them are just upset that, you know, it looks that way. They're upset that this Becky, this blonde haired Becky, that already gets a lot of attention, has a platform, is getting more through the guise of black men. So being able to kick it and walk around New York City with Charlemagne, they don't like the optics of that. I think that, and that's some weak, lame stuff to me. Whatever. But it's just like the fact that, and that's why I think Boyce got into it too, because that's a whole different animal right there. Because like, he on his video talking about she's dumb and she's ignorant and she's stupid, and I'm like, you a 45-year-old dude talking about 20, like, what is the point of that? Like, what does that mean, dog? The irony of the whole situation with Boyce, because he did a video about the situation, I think he only did it because he seen the way the sisters were going in. And he also came at Charlemagne for the way he said that people they should make their own platform and do the same thing. But again, their platform is not on the same level as her platform on the Blazes. It's just not a comparison. But it's so many spaces where, you know, they all can't even add up to her. Like, you need all the names that all different people mention to equate to what she gets in clicks and views and whatnot. And probably half of her clicks and views is not even people who agree with her. It's from black folks who are in their feelings and hear what she says. But when I look at Boyce's whole interjection to it, I just look at it because he's seen the black feminists and whatnot going off, and how black women felt some type of way that, you know, because they quote unquote went on dates. Like, people really think, I was on Sarge's page, somebody posted that like he's really trying to smash or something. Like that is some linear ass thinking right there. Like, if you watched in the debates and stuff, I don't think that. How could you even come to that conclusion? But why I say Boyce is kind of hypocritical in that, his whole platform is about black folks having a space where everybody, because, you know, he has Yvette Cornell on his page, which she fundamentally talks and teaches about things that go completely against what he does. They did a debate against each other on that very same issue. She wants to wait for the government to fix life. He's saying black folks need to move now and do what they got to do. And that's confusing to the followers. And I agree with Boyce when he says that black folks are not ready for a space like his, where different people with different perspectives can all come out. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. But when he does interviews with Susan Patton, aka the Princeton mom, the same things that people are saying about Charlemagne and Trevor Noah, they said about him. Why are you giving this racist white woman a platform? Boyce himself could not, when Susan asked him, like, do you think I'm a racist? And the man practically said yes. So if you think she's a racist and you're doing these interviews, you've done like 4 or 5 hour-long videos with her, having discussions and dialogues, right? You did that. And your own followers said the same exact stuff that you're saying about Charlemagne and Trevor. They should have never used the platform to do it. They should have never interviewed her. It's because she's a pretty white girl, like all this other dumb stuff. Like, nah, bro. I don't even understand why you got yourself involved in that. And it doesn't make any sense. She's dumb, she's stupid, she just, and I'm like, if she's that, then just ignore her. Let her go somewhere. Like, why engage? Why even talk about it if you think that way about her? So I just saying, Boyce was putting his cape on, and he was just interjecting stuff. But he can't, because he's done the same thing with Susan Patton. People, his own followers, do not like when he does interviews with her. They call her bitch and stupid and this and that in the comment sections. Like, why are you doing this with her? She's a racist, yada yada yada. And Boyce himself said when she asked him, "Are you a racist? Do you think I'm a racist, Boyce?" And his non-answer was like, "Yeah, I think you are." So I don't even understand why he got into that. But that's pretty much my video. I wish we had independent sources. I think it's funny how black allies like Charlemagne, who, as again, if you watch or listen to the show, he's straight on some progressive nonsense. Like, he's over there. He's one of y'all. He's on your team. More and more every day, he's getting re-educated. The man don't even say female no more. Like, he didn't even know that was a thing, and the feminists correcting him, and he's changed his mind on how he speaks and all that. And then y'all go in on him because, you know, he did not elucidate himself. Well, clearly he didn't, but it was common sense what he meant. You should go out and challenge Tomi. You should have your own internet platform, not just a YouTube channel. I'm talking about you should have a network where you have different black women, or he wants to include Mexicans or whatever, Latinos or whatnot, right? He wants to include all that in the group, because we do that for some reason. We don't understand. We have no friends, we have no enemies, just common interests, but that's the problem. I think black folks really need to fall back from the liberal stuff and just focus on being independent, because it's too much stuff that is attached to the liberal stuff that you end up fighting more for that do you even do for your own issues. Like I said again, then the whole example was the Roland Martin segment with Bob Johnson. The black feminist chick straight up said, no, we need to include and make sure that illegals are taken care of. I wouldn't co-sign or be a part of any group that's not 100% about black issues. And this is from somebody coming from a point of view who leans to the right. Strong Second Amendment advocate, pro-life, school, pro-choice, and school choice, things of that nature. I lean to the right on. I want to keep more of my own money. I don't like no damn taxes. That's where I still would respect what Bob Johnson was saying on that Roland Martin segment about black interests. Okay, these liberal progressives that Charlemagne wants to have a platform, they're not going to talk about school choice because that goes against the Democratic platform. They're not going to talk about how immigration does not help black people because that goes against that. They're not going to talk about how black folks, apart from, a lot of the black women, don't co-sign a lot of this moistness that's being promoted and the bathroom stuff. Like, they're not going to talk about those things. So I would never co-sign a group like that or support that female. That's my video. Boys should have left it alone, dog, because you do the same thing when you interview Susan Patton. Charlemagne, I don't see an issue with him in debating her or interviewing her, or like that. And I think it's corny that people took it to the he's trying to smash or Trevor Noah trying to smash. Like, are y'all serious? Like, that's just so low level thinking right there. Like, it ain't that serious.